Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm glad you found your way back to me, guys. So, watch me as I do a full set. I'm gonna walk y'all through every step that I do, and hopefully, y'all take something from this, y'all learn, and yeah, continue watching for more. So as you can see here, I'm just getting her nails prepped. She did have a bit of gel polish on there. I asked my clients to come bare nails so I can just get started. I don't really have to waste too much time doing this, but it was no problem. I just did it really quick, simple, and now I'm getting started on her prep. So first I pushed back her cuticles. I did remove the shine when I took off the gel polish. So now I'm just going in with my flame bit to just prep her nail a little and also to lift the epinicium from the natural nail plate. That way I can really get in there and get all that cuticle that's left over. And then I just move on to the next hand and do the same exact thing. Now I'm going in with my barrel bit. It is a small barrel and I'm using that just to get any excess cuticle that may be left on her nail bed. And that's going to help prevent any premature lifting or the nails just from falling off. When you're doing this step, you don't want to go around the nail too many times. The goal is to damage the nail plate as little as possible. So I only go around at least once or twice. And then I give her a nice little dusting so she can use her hand if necessary, and I go in with my mandrel bit and my sanding band. I don't use extra coarse sanding bands. My sanding bands are usually at like a medium, just so the natural nail plate stays healthy. And also for this, I only go around just a couple times. I don't want to damage her nail bed, and I really just want to remove the shine from the nail. So just a little bit goes a long way. Once all the shine and the prep has been done, I take my cuticle nippers and I just lightly go around her cuticle, just making sure that I got all of it off. You want to ensure that the nail plate is completely clean when you do your acrylic application, because that's going to make your nails last at least 4 weeks. I know the camera is slightly out of focus, my bad, y'all. But you can see here when I'm removing her cuticle, I'm not like cutting and ripping it off, I'm pulling it. So once I cut, I pull up, and that way I'm not damaging her actual skin. I'm just getting the cuticle off. So now that I got her nail plate nice and prepped, I'm going to wipe with 90% alcohol to make sure that there is no oils left on her nails. And you see, once it's at this next clip where I'm gluing her tips on, the nails are completely dehydrated. You don't see any shine. You don't see any bit of glossiness. They're completely dry, which is exactly what you want to make sure your acrylic sticks to the nail. I know these nails are going to last her at least 4 weeks because the prep is A1. You don't see any shine. Like I said before, you want the nail to be completely free of any oils. Now I'm moving on to putting on her tips. She did request duck nails, so that's exactly what I'm doing for her. The nail shape right now is not giving, y'all, but don't worry, I'm about to eat this set right on up. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, but right now I'm just gluing on the tips, and when you're gluing tips on, the key is making sure that the nail is fitting from sidewall to sidewall. You don't want any gaps, any sides that aren't fully covered, because that's going to make your nails not last for a long time, and you don't want that, boo. You want your nails to last forever if they can. So yeah, I'm making sure that they fit, that the nail is fully covered, and that is completely glued on. So this is the perfect example of the nail not really fitting on. That was the biggest size tip, and it just did not cover her nail fully. So what I did is I glued the nail on as much as it would go, so making sure that it at least covered one sidewall completely. And then I took a tip that was the same exact size, and then I just cut half of it to match the nail where it didn't line up. So you see here, I'm taking my scissors, I'm cutting directly in between the middle of the nail, and then I'm gluing that side right onto the corner that was not covered. It's out of focus, y'all. I'm gonna get it together, but you see now I have a completely fitting nail, and I just add a little extra glue to make sure it stays, and we moving on to the next hand. So as you all can see, your girl is resourceful. I'm not wasting another nail because I know it ain't gonna fit. So I'm just gonna use that other half that I didn't use before, and I'm gonna glue that onto the nail to make it one whole nail. Period. And now I'm going in and prepping the tip. So for this step, all you really want to do is make sure that the tip is blending to the natural nail. This also is going to make sure that your nails last forever, girl. It's so many steps that go into nails to making sure they last. So really pay attention. Rewatch this video if you have to, so you can see every step that I'm doing to make sure that my nails are lasting her. So my client did request short duck frenchies with a little bit of this, a little bit of that. If you know me, I'm gonna give you a little something extra every time. So when I cut, I'm using my fingertip basically to measure. If that makes sense, you could just watch what I'm doing and you'll see. And then I'm going in with my Valentino dehydrator and prep, not prep, bond. You know what I mean. If you're a beginner, you might not know what I mean. But I'm using Valentino dehydrator and Valentino. Yeah, I can't even think. Primer. I'm using Valentino primer. Now I'm going in with Young Nails protein bond. Finally, something I got right. And I'm using that to prep the nails. Sorry if it's so loud outside, y'all. They out there building a house or something. Anyway, I move on to acrylic application after that. And I'm doing the one bead method. If you know, you know. I take one bead of acrylic and I use that basically to form my whole nail. Now with one bead, just because it's called one bead don't mean I'm using one bead. If I have to go in and use like another small bead to add to the nail, I'm going to do that. So just watch here how I place my beads, especially when it comes to the cuticle bead. I place it right at the cuticle but not on the cuticle, if you understand what I'm saying. I use a little bit of a gap, but I make sure that the nail is pretty much fully covered. And then I blend that to the bottom and move on to the next nail. If y'all want an in-depth application tutorial, I will give y'all that. But on here, I'm moving kind of speedy, so I might not be able to tell y'all step by step exactly how I do it. But I got y'all. Comment down below, subscribe if y'all want a video on application only. I don't know what it is, but a good acrylic application is just so satisfying. Like, girl, I could watch you do this all day. Can I get a, oh yeah? Oh my gosh, I'm crying, y'all. Why can't I be like so for real? Please be serious, girl. We trying to teach the people here. Okay, y'all, but yes, enjoy the video of me just doing some acrylic application. I'm probably gonna speed it up to the end to where I'm getting my filing on. So just enjoy this for now. Any other nail techs use CapCut to edit their videos because it's stressing me out. Like, just record. I'm trying to get this voiceover ready. Anyway, after application, I'm doing the filing now. I tuck in the sides of her finger just to make sure I am not filing them. I don't want to cut anybody. So, yeah, I just push in the sides and I began filing. My file is completely up against the sides of the nail, the end of the nail. I don't want to overfile, so I'm doing something real light, not too much. Everything I do on one side, I do on the other. And typically on the thumb, I shape it a little bit more because it tends to be a little bit more wide than the rest of the fingers. And then I go in with my mandrel sanding band and I am just cleaning up the nail, making sure that the surface is smooth. And then I take my 5-in-1 bit and I go around the cuticle area to make sure that is nice and sealed in. Now, this to me is probably one of the most important steps in making sure that your nails last a long time is sealing the cuticle. You want to make sure that the nails don't even get an opportunity to lift. And by doing this, girl, your client's gonna be coming back in a month and them nails still gonna be on. And then I just do a little bit of buffing, not too much, some real light. I wipe it off again with 90% alcohol and I begin her design. Now, she did request some frenchies, white, of course. I try to convince the girls, like, please get something other than white, but if that's what you like, girl, I'm gonna do it for you. So, you see here, I'm drawing out my frenchies, and girl, they looking good. Like, let me find out you eating frenchies up like that. Yeah, no, the frenchies are looking good. The frenchies are Frenching. And I'm going to do that on every single nail. She did want a complete duck set of French tips and a little something, something special at the end. Keep watching to see. So before I did her design, I put some top coat, and let me tell you why. Because today, drum roll please, we are doing the 3D gel line. So for this design, I think that when you do the top coat first, the gel lines come out better and you ain't gotta go over with the top coat and ruin the effect of the 3D gel lines. Pro tip right there. You're welcome. Dang, I can never get nothing in the camera. Like, what is wrong with me? But I got this though. So I'm adding on a little bit of charms for her. Nothing too much, just one on every ring finger. And I top coat that to make sure it's sealed in. I do apply the Macart bling gel, and that's gonna make them last forever. Then I just clean up the edges, and boom, y'all, I'm done. Put on some cuticle oil for her, and we got some beautiful nails. Thank y'all for watching. If you love this video, let me know in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, and share this video to other people who might be interested in doing nails, beginner nail techs, whatever. I got love for all y'all. See y'all next time. Peace.